expanding single brackets. Here we have an example, 7 brackets a plus 5. Another way of saying this is 7 lots of a plus 5. So we would have a plus 5 plus a plus 5 plus a plus 5 plus a plus 5. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus a plus 5 plus a plus 5 plus a plus 5. So I've got that 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, this method is exhausting. There must be another way, and there is. We can use the distributive law to do this. The distributive law tells us that we can distribute the 7 across each of these terms. So we'll have 7 lots of a and 7 lots of plus 5. Let's just check what we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7a. And we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 here. So 7 lots of a is 7a, and 7 lots of 5 is 35. Brilliant. Let's do another one to have a further example. Let's do 8 brackets b minus 4. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways in terms of how we can present our work. Both are just as good as each other. You just choose your preference. So the first one we're going to go for is partitioning. I like this one because I like my work to be neat and well organized. So there's a little partition. And I'm going to set this out by putting the 8 here and the b minus 4 up here. So the minus 4 has got this sign with it. And I'm going to put a little multiplication there to remind me what I'm doing. I'm doing 8 lots of b and 8 lots of minus 4. Here we go. 8 times b. 8 lots of b is 8b, and 8 lots of minus 4 is minus 32. So this expanded is 8b minus 32. The alternative way to do it, I mean, to be honest, by the end you'll be doing it in your head, but the alternate way to do it is as I suggested above, and you draw nice little things like this. Some people call them eyebrows. So we've got 8 multiplied by b is 8b, and then we've got 8 multiplied by minus 4, and that gives you minus 32. So both methods just as good as each other really, and both get you the same answer. Let's have another type of question you might see. So here we have a rectangle. It has a width of 3, let's say centimeters, and it has a length of x plus 1 centimeters, and we want to find an expression for its perimeter. Well, perimeter is the sum of all the edges of a shape. So here we got 3, but over here look, there's 3 there as well. Here is x plus 1, so this length here, because it's a rectangle, is also x plus 1. So there are 2 ways we can express this perimeter. We could work out the sum of all the parts together, so that's x plus 1 plus 3 plus x plus 1 plus 3. So x plus x makes 2x. Remember, the commutative law allows us to add things in any order and get the same result. Plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 is 8. But you might have noticed, so this is correct, but you might have noticed that these 2 are repeated here. So we could write an expression for the perimeter as 2 lots of the sum of the 2 sides. So this is x, and then you've got plus 1 plus 3 makes plus 4. These 2 expressions are equal in value. We could have it this way or this way. Both are correct. I just want to go through one more example here. Using this shape, we could be asked for the area of this shape. Now we only need the length and the width for the area. And how do we find area? We find the product of these two measurements. So here we've got 3 multiplied by x plus 1. But this isn't correct because we have to bracket this here, because it's the whole of x plus 1 multiplied by 3, or 3 multiplied by the whole of x plus 1, whatever that value is. And this is much better written as 3 brackets x plus 1, which is of course more familiar. Here's the last one I want to show you. We could get a variable here on the outside and on the inside. So how do we deal with that? Well, using whatever method you like. You got the eyebrows that I showed you, or you got the partitioning. N multiplied by 6 will give you 6n. But then what is n multiplied by n? Well, we write this n multiply n. We write it as n squared. It's not 2n. It's not the same. So this answer here is 6n plus n squared. And last one, what do you do if you get a variable as a letter on the outside, and then you get something else on the inside, but then a different letter there as well? Well, it's exactly the same idea as before. So you've got d multiplied by 3, which is 3d, and this time we're going to do d multiplied by e, which is minus de. We keep these together, but remember we don't write the multiplication sign in. That is how to expand single brackets.